What's up, my watchers and followers? What do we got behind the blue tarp today on Blue Tarp Fixin'? Well, we're fixing to put together a winter kit, travel kit for my wife. We're supposed to get a big snowstorm here through the Midwest. They're calling for a few feet. Supposed to get down to the southern states. I suppose if it gets down there, it'll shut them down. I pulled my kit out the other day and she asked me if I could make her one. So I said, sure. I'm just going to go over some stuff that I have in it. I've put this together over years of driving before they had cell phones. So this could help you get out and get home if you were to get stuck. So the first thing I got there, as you can see, is a container. Although you don't need one. You could just throw this in the back of your car trunk or your SUV or wrap it up in the last thing we got here. So the first thing that I've got in my arsenal is a shovel here. I like this one because it comes apart for easy storage. It's got that at Walmart a while back. Second thing I put in there, that shovel will help you get out of a snowdrift if you get stuck in that. Shovel out around your car, your tires, and you should be able to get going. Second thing is kitty litter. I got this bag for $2 from Walmart. That's for ice. If you can't get going, it can give you some traction. Throw it out around your drive tires. It'll help get you going, especially if you get freezing rain. We get that time to time and kind of hard to get going. Third thing I got is a candle with a lid on it. So this serves two purposes. One, if you forget this kit in your car in the summertime and the wax melts, it won't spill all over your car. And then two, it'll hold something to light it with, which is our next thing. I like just lighters. You got these sitting around your house. Shouldn't cost you more than just throw that in there. I prefer this one because, like I said before, fits down the side of the candle. Now, if you are going to light a candle, I leave this in there. It says, crack the window. If you're going to light the candle inside your car, you need to have your window cracked. All right. Can use matches, but I find that matches don't work sometimes. They go bad. Next thing that I have in my kit is an air compressor. So if you can't get going, you can let the air out of your tires down to 8 to 10 psi. Give you a wider print in the snow, help you get going. Now, I'm not going to put this in my wife's kit because she has one in her car. Her spare tires just to kind of fix a flat in an air compressor. Why they did that, I don't know, but she's already got one, so I'm not going to include it in hers. Now, in mine, I did put my cat litter and my candle in a resealable container. This one happens to be coffee. I'm not sponsored by them, but I filled it halfway up with cat litter, put my candle down the side of it, filled the rest of it up with the rest of the cat litter, and it's all contained in one thing. Next thing I got is a tow rope. This was cheap, a little cheapy because you're not going to use it too much, but I got stuck in a snowdrift once. I was shoveling out. Some guys in a four-wheel drive stopped by and said, can we help? He said, if I have a tow strap, I could pull you out. Well, luckily I had one, so he pulled me out and I didn't have to shovel, and I like not having to shovel. That's another thing. If you can afford a four-wheel drive, by all means get one. That's totally night and day in the snow. But my wife doesn't like four-wheel drive trucks. She likes her little car, so we try to get her home safe if she should have issues. Now, next thing is, if you can't get going and you have to stay, I would throw in a hat. I always have a hat because I'm bald, but people with hair don't normally carry a hat, so throw a hat in there. If you have to stay and you get cold, it'll keep you warm. And whatever you prefer, hat and gloves, preferably the thicker ski gloves type stuff. If you're going to be stuck for a while, you might get hungry. So just throw in something that's non-perishable. If you're a prepper and you got some army rations, throw that in there. I raided my pantry, picked some of this stuff up. I'm not endorsed by any of these, but there's some crackers. Ladies like crackers, granola bars, Pop-Tarts. I like them. Kids like them if you got kids. I really like this trail mix, but it's kind of expensive. It's about 10 bucks a bag. You got beef jerky and cereal and peanut butter. I'm just going to throw in this cereal and peanut butter because it's cheap. It's about $5 for both of them. And I throw in a spoon so I can eat the peanut butter. Next up, in case I'm stuck somewhere and it gets dark, I throw in a flashlight. Now this one here I picked up was a little cheapy. Problem is I forget to change the batteries and then it don't work. So I moved up to one of these styles. It has a crank on it. If I can get it open. You just crank it up and then it'll work. Problem was it only had one setting. It was just on, so you have to kind of flash it. So I then found this one later on from Walgreens, $10 I think. But this has the strobe light effect on it, which I like. But recently I found this one here on Temu for like $5. It's the same thing. It's got the strobe feature, but this one will charge with the same plug as my cell phone. So if I use this at night and run the battery down and don't get the person's attention, I can charge it right back up, and somebody else comes down the road in 5 minutes, I can try to signal to them. And whereas the solar powered one from Walgreens, I'll have to wait till the next day for it to charge back up. And then you might want to carry some water. Again, I'm not sponsored by these. I'm not going to put this in my wife's because she always carries water in the back of her car anyways. Just be aware that that could freeze and bust. It don't really happen a lot, but there's a possibility of that. And then last but not least, just a blanket. Cover it all up. If you're going cheap, you just throw everything in the blanket and throw it in the back of your car. That'll keep you warm till somebody can get there. I prefer one that's from at least from my neck down, if not over my head. And if it's daytime and you see somebody driving down the road, you can get out and wave it over your head and hopefully get their attention. So that's going to complete our kit for today. I'm going to go take that and throw it in the back of her car, get us through this winter storm. Thank you for watching. If you know somebody that lives where they get snow, or they snow and are on back roads where people don't travel, send this to them. Maybe it'll help them out. Give me a like and a follow. I appreciate you for watching.